Great. All right, thanks. Okay, so Megan, you're going to watch the time? Thanks. Hi, guys. Thanks for helping me tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about music. That's why we're here in the music room. And my first question to you is, how many instruments you guys each know how to play? Have you learned any? I hope so, because it's really cool. Personally, I mostly play keyboard instruments like the piano, the accordion, and the organ. And I've played for many years, probably since I was 8 years old when my mom first took me for my very first accordion lesson. That was a long time ago. But I've had a lot of good experience over the years and learned that music is really important. It's powerful, it's positive, and it helps us be successful in life. But sadly, sometimes we don't utilize it as much as we could, or at least that's my belief. I think too few people get involved in music. So I'd like to talk about that a little bit. I'd like to take a quick look at the solution, maybe what can we do about it, and maybe explore some of the successes that can happen with music in our life. So my goal is to help you understand the benefits of it, to encourage you to get involved in music and take as many music classes as you can as students, and also continue active in music when you're adults. So here we go. Let's learn how to play as many musical instruments as possible. Hopefully you can learn more than one. Music's important. Research tells us music's important and it enhances our well-being. So the problem that I see is not enough people take music education. I called some area schools and asked them how many of their high school students were involved in music, and they said less than half. That's really sad. I would like to think everybody should be in music. A Harris poll in 2006 asked a bunch of principals about their school music programs. And the principal says that when they had music education in the schools, they had higher graduation rates and lower dropout rates. So we see that it works, and it's sad when people don't enroll in music. So, a problem. I see not enough people in music. What's the solution? Well, I suppose the easy answer would be get everybody in music. But how do you do that, right? I suppose we could lobby our state legislature to make laws, to have schools offer more music, but that would take a long time. Something we can do immediately is get motivated and lead by example. Okay? Research can help us figure out reasons why to get motivated. Why should we be involved in music? Baker wrote an article called Research Reveals Music Benefits the Brain in 2010, and it was published at namfoundation.org. And it involved a study of Northwest University's researchers and scientists that learned that music creates neural connections in our brain. And that helps prime our brain for other things like good communication and learning skills, cognitive thinking, healthy thinking. It helps us increase our vocabulary, enhance our reading ability, and develop something called neuroplasticity. And that's just a big fancy word for our brain being easily able to adapt to change. In the MENC Journal of Research for Music Education, they had a winter 2006 edition, and research there shows that musicians have higher test scores, the standardized test scores that we take in school, as well as the SAT scores. Rauscher published an article in 2002 that showed how keyboard instrumentalists have higher math skills and abilities. The Texas Commission for Drug and Alcohol Abuse report in 1998 showed that lower alcohol use is true of people with music education and music skills. The Chorus Impact Study of 2003, published at chorusamerica.org, said that people involved in choir typically volunteer more often and do much better charity work. The skills that we learn in music can be used in all parts of our life. It helps us with cooperation and communication particularly, but also gives us personal growth and personal benefits like confidence and self-esteem, and helps with our memory. Young people have easier time memorizing things they need for school, for testing, and senior citizens use music to help avoid memory loss and battle things like Alzheimer's. Bittman produced an article in 2005 in the Medical Science Monitor saying that music helps us relieve stress and gives us some other health benefits like lower blood pressure, and it helps us defeat things like or like depression and loneliness. And also, musicians experience a higher salary when they're working at their jobs. And finally, one more article, Benefits of Playing Music, published at namfoundation.org, claims that musicians have greater enjoyment of life and increased happiness overall. So, all good reasons to get motivated about music. A lot of positive results from music. So, we have the problem that I see, not enough of us involved in music. We've got some possible solutions to get more involved by just taking action and leading by example, registering for those classes in school. There's lots of options about musical instruments, many choices that we could make. I talked to some local music teachers in preparing for this, and in particular interviewed 2 piano teachers. One told of a 7-year-old boy who came to her for piano lessons who was shy, and he stuttered, and he was just a little bit nervous about it, but he started learning to play the piano, and he became very good at it. And as he became very good, his stuttering started to fade. He had confidence, he liked who he was becoming, kids were no longer teasing him, he was really growing and blossoming. A second teacher said she had a young girl who came to her for lessons, who really liked the piano and liked music early on, eventually went to college, got a music degree, and now is a teacher in a local high school. Both of these piano teachers said that their students tended to get really good grades in school and be active in sports and in the community. They were successful in all parts of their life, especially since they were enjoying music. So, the problem of not enough people in music can be solved by just getting motivated, leading by example, and encouraging our friends to become involved in music too. Music is important. It helps develop creativity and success in life. So even though I believe there's too few people in music, we can overcome that by encouraging participation, by showing us that participation ourselves, and inviting our friends to join us. Be an advocate. Even adults in your life, encourage them to become involved in music. So, let's get started. What do you guys think? One of these look interesting to you?